Harvey, Tammy Cowens was the heart and soul of the Terry White case. Agent Harvey testified that Tammy Cowens was an unusual informant in that she had no criminal record, was not a known drug user, did not appear to be motivated by money, and was not looking to get a reduced prison sentence or dismissal of criminal charges. Rather, Tammy Cowens appeared to be motivated to make up for the fact that Terry White had used Tammy Cowens to unwittingly launder drug money. Tammy Cowens provided significant information during the investigation of the case, which was used in various search warrants. The investigation, which started in 2008, culminated with an arrest in 2009, and White was convicted and sentenced in 2011. Tammy Cowens eventually received an award of approximately $55,000 for the Terry White case.
Either 50 Cent is the most diabolical genius that has ever existed in hip-hop, and I mean diabolical genius that existed in hip-hop / rap, or 50 Cent only will use something against you when it is no longer beneficial to him. Seti Nash, the Hood Lawyer, man, in the building. What's happening? Before you get to your Super Bowl, let me throw this out on you real quick. Something that 50 Cent posted, and I thought, God dang. Check it out.
The agent testified that Demetrius Flannery was aware of the deal, and that Demetrius had one request, and that his name does not appear in any documents.
Well, I'll be damned.
This was Special Agent Keith Cromer's testimony. CS1 testified, Tammy Cowens, that Demetrius Flannery was aware. She signed up to be a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. She had the courtroom clear it out. If you go on Pacer, pull my docket sheet, you'll see what CS1 requested that the courtroom be closed.
I fell down to my knees when the law came down.
Let me ask you a question, Cuffy. At any time during the initial stages of your indictment involving this whole Tammy Cowens thing, did you talk to Big Meech, or did you send a message to Big Meech in any way to tell him or to alert him of what was going on?
We sent Big Meech certified mail. Big Meech set me up, and Tammy set me up with this thing in 2013. That's the last time I've heard from this nigga. We sent them correspondence through the attorneys. Asked him, is he aware that his name is in court sworn documents and sending me a truckload of cocaine? He never responded. We know he got the mail because we sent everything certified. I have not heard from this nigga of 32 years since they set me up in 2013.
So what in is all these? So right now, some of the most well-known members of BMF, like J-Bo, for example. J-Bo, he is strangely, suspiciously silent about all these facts that are coming out. I believe J-Bo is from St. Louis, isn't he?
He is.
Okay.
He is.
What's your relationship with him?
You know, I never knew J-Bo. He was cool with my little brother, Magic, or Wani. He passed on the first BMF indictment. He passed in USP Atlanta from an asthma attack.
Got you.
So I never knew J-Bo. He was always one of the little homies. But that's a hell of a question, man. When he got home, I think around 2018, I personally told him what the nigga did to me.
Right.
And the exact words were, man, you sure, huh? You sure, big homie? I said, listen, man. I'm telling you the nigga bad news, homie. This is what I'm telling you, man. So the nigga parted with me with these words with that, I got to holler at the homie, man. He got to explain this shit. My words to him were, how can you explain this shit, homie? How can you explain this shit? So I never came out until 2018, right, until I got black and white. See, I never knew this nigga rolled.
If this is true, if it's true, Big Meech, you got some explaining to do. And from what everybody is understanding, parts and bits of the story is true. Now, the indictment, the actual paperwork is 100 pages. Y'all ain't gonna read none of that any doggone ways. So, There's that. Added with this, there is a possibility that Big Meech did not get it. That's the only thing that he can say is, yo, I didn't even get any of that or anything like that and blah, 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 most stuff. That's the only thing that can save him. But if that's the case, then it's a matter of, do you believe it? See, one thing that people don't understand and don't know is the majority of us, all of us dang near, have not been to prison. That's why you don't see in any state prisons that can house over 1 million freaking people. At maximum, I believe, like the one is in California, it houses like our penitentiary system houses about 125,000 inmates every year. That's it. From a state that holds over, I believe, 80 million people and whatever documented thing you want to believe is 65 million people. So there's that. The majority of us have not been to prison. Now, with that being said, if this is true, it's a wrap. It's over. Wherever this story of Big Meech and 50 Cent was supposed to go, it's completely off. There's one of a couple of things. Either 50 Cent knew and he didn't care, and he said, you know what, this is business. I don't care about the street stuff. BMF is what it is. We gonna run this. I can make it look like Power with actual stories and stuff like that. All right, then that's what it is. But when I say a diabolical genius is, 50 Cent can 100% come out and say, I knew he was a snitch, but I had to go ahead and get that money and then make sure I turn around and then put out his story and then put out the second half of his story that Big Meech is a snitch. Just telling y'all, that's very possible. If this is true, then all the rappers that stood next to him will cease to exist. They have to. Now, the caveat is this. What is Rick Ross gonna do? Because Rick Ross, you just played and said you gonna do blah, blah, blah for the street niggas, right? The street niggas ain't jacking that. But if Big Meech did tell, Big Meech's whole entire persona, whole entire message these days and everything like that has to change. There will be a lane for Big Meech if his steps are right. It is what it is. Some people may not like it. Some people like it. Some people care. Some people don't care. It just is what it is at this point in time. If Big Meech is a snitch, and from what it looked like he definitely is a rat. That's what it looks like. Is it really proven? It's really a matter of interpretation. Do you believe he knew? If you like Big Meech, then hell, no, he didn't tell. If you dislike Big Meech, then he told. If you one of those individuals who say, I gotta go with the internet say, then yeah, he told. That's all that is. But the biggest, and I mean biggest thing that we had to wait and see is how much is 50 Cent gonna charge? I'm gonna say Officer Ricky. I was listening to that old 50 Cent. How much money is 50 Cent going to charge Rick Ross for the rights of the BMF story? Do not believe for 10 seconds that 50 Cent didn't get in the business with Big Meech and his life story and all of this stuff just to freaking say, I'm going to let it go when it get big enough and somebody can take that. That doesn't make sense. As an investor, you would never do that. But to the question of what about J-Bo, I could have sworn J-Bo was locked up. So J-Bo getting on the phone and discussing gang talk and all this crap while he just went down for PPP loans, don't see that one happening. So y'all probably should have looked that one up. J-Bo is literally fighting for his life right now. Well, 27 years, and I believe he's in the feds right now. So you have that. That's what happened to J-Bo. That's why he's not saying anything. Let me know when y'all got a Diddy phone call that y'all want to leak. Because we ain't hearing really too much from anybody in the feds, with the exception of 6ix9ine when he said he's in the same housing facility that Diddy was in. But, hey, this is what y'all got before Super Bowl. I wanted to put that out. If you're looking for that Uncle Bang video, I'll pin it in the comments. I had to put it on the second channel because this video is far more important. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this one. Share to keep your people aware. Subscribe, turn on the bell to stay notified. And if you want to know who I think is going to win the Super Bowl, I root for the New York Giants, man. I cannot root for the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't root for the Washington Commanders. And I damn sure can't root for the Dallas Cowboys. With that being said, if I beat you once, I can do it again. I got Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, man. 27-21. Chiefs with the three-peat, the only team to ever do it. And Patrick Mahomes will be in great debates about is he the greatest of all time, because they will be looking at a four-peat and they will make it back to the AFC Championship only to be knocked out by the Cincinnati Bengals next year. Clock it. I got it. Catch y'all the next one.